Okay, let's jump right in. Welcome to today's explainer, where we're going to unpack a pretty wild paradox. What if I told you that the absolute best way to defend our modern digital world is to actually attack it? I know, it sounds totally counterintuitive, right? But with the sheer scale of the digital frontier we all rely on today, just sitting around waiting for someone else to find the cracks in our defenses? Yeah, that is a recipe for disaster. We literally have to go on the offensive to build a proper defense.
So, think about it for a second. How do you actually stop a cybercriminal? You can't just build a giant digital wall and cross your fingers hoping it holds up. To stop a cybercriminal, you must think, act, and strike exactly like one. You have to use the exact same sophisticated techniques and view a network through the eyes of someone who actively wants to break it down. Really, only by adopting that specific mindset can you anticipate what they're going to do next. And that brings us to the core of what we're talking about today: ethical hacking. Basically, it's the authorized, fully legal process of testing systems, networks, and applications. This isn't just random guesswork. It's a meticulous science of discovering hidden vulnerabilities before the bad actors ever get the chance to attack. To break this down, we're going to look at four main areas today. First, securing the digital frontier. Second, the ethical hacker's arsenal. Third, the core security battlegrounds. And finally, number four, why this is such a future-proof career. All right, let's start with part one: securing the digital frontier and understanding the rules of engagement. So the tools these hackers use might look absolutely identical, but the context changes the whole shebang. It all boils down to intent. On one side, you have malicious hacking, which is highly illegal. Their intent is to steal or destroy data. But then, on the flip side, you have ethical hacking. This is completely legal. Their intent is to identify weaknesses and actually secure the organization. They're the protectors, fortifying the walls, not the thieves stealing the treasures. Moving right along to part two, the ethical hacker's arsenal, or the high-tech tools of the trade. If they use the same methods as the bad guys, what exactly is powering their toolkit? Well, here are the absolute heavyweights. You've got Kali Linux acting as the foundational security operating system. Then there's the Metasploit framework, which is a total powerhouse for exploit development. For web app security, they rely on Burp Suite. Wireshark is used for deep network analysis. And of course, Python is the programming language they use for automation to tie it all together. Which leads us perfectly into part three: core security battlegrounds, basically where this war is actually fought. Vulnerabilities hide literally everywhere, so ethical hackers have to test it all. We're talking massive cloud infrastructure, the back-end code of web applications, and entire enterprise system networks. But they also have to drill down into the granular stuff, like testing password security and doing deep dive malware analysis. To lock an organization down, they have to test every single entry point. And the way they do this is super methodical. It's like a step-by-step reverse heist. Step one is a vulnerability assessment, scanning for open windows. Step two is penetration testing, where they actually try to breach that window. Step three is exploit development, crafting a payload to see exactly how much damage could be done. And finally, step four is securing the weakness. They lock it down so tight that no one else can get in. But, despite all these incredible high-tech tools, there's a pretty uncomfortable truth here. You can have a billion-dollar firewall, but the weakest link? It's often just a human being clicking a bad link. It's kind of crazy, but hacking human psychology is frequently way easier than hacking machines. Because of this, ethical hackers have to run what are called social engineering simulations. Basically, they test the human element by simulating the exact same deceptive tactics that malicious actors use. They want to ensure staff aren't inadvertently granting unauthorized access and handing over the keys to the kingdom. All right, finally, let's wrap up with part four: a future-proof career. High stakes, high reward. Having seen how these pros operate, it's probably no surprise that ethical hacking is currently sitting at number one as one of the absolute most powerful and future-proof careers in cybersecurity today. As long as code exists, we are for sure going to need experts who know exactly how to break it. The drivers behind this are absolutely massive. There is huge industry demand across the board, which leads to incredibly diverse real-world applications and a remarkably wide range of career opportunities. And if you're looking to jump in, the real value lies in specialized certifications. Proving you have these skills makes you incredibly valuable to employers. It's an amazing field that completely flips the script on cybercrime. So, keeping all of this in mind, I want to leave you with one final thought. Are you ready to hack the system to protect it?